Right, welcome back to the Runs podcast with me, Gareth, and Nikki. Both been stuck in traffic, but we've made it just on time. What's happening, you right?
We have. They decided to put lights up just outside the school in Clan. So yeah, bit of a trek home from the estate, but I'm home just in time. You now moved again, so you've got different traffic to deal with.
I think I'll stop moving now, but
You sure?
I know.
Like,
It's
what's the most stressful things in life to do? Isn't it like getting married and moving? And you seem to have done both loads in the last. Only married once, but moved loads in the last couple of years.
I know, but yeah, it just figured out it's a bit nicer and just convenient, really. But we won't get too far into all that because it's boring. I did move in. The worst thing about moving is I nearly chopped my finger off with a Stanley knife. That was a lot worse 2 days ago than it looks now. It bled for 2 days, but yeah, job done. What's been going on? In the middle of all the fucking moving madness, I had to down tools and shoot down to Butte Park as well because there was another fantastic advert for Welsh running. Well, running in Wales, I guess. Not Welsh running per se, but another great event going on in Wales this weekend, wasn't it?
It was the Home Nations in Butte Park 5K, which obviously saw the Home Nations race with England, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales teams, but also loads of other teams and just normal everyday runners. And yeah, what a night, apart from the weather, which was mental at times. What a great night to race in again.
I don't mind how, the weather's not ideal for standing around and watching, and taking photos as well is not ideal at all, and grabbing people for interviews. But for racing, it's fucking cool.
Apart from, I don't mind a bit of rain when I'm running. But apart from that 5 minutes before the women started, it was mental. And they were all stood on the line. There's nothing you can do. You can't go anywhere. That's where I felt sorry for them.
And the girls are in pants and vest as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And it was pelting.
Oh, bloody hell. But yeah, what a night to run in. So many familiar faces. I just love it now going to events and stuff like that because all your mates are there now, isn't it? It's mad. Yeah,
we had good night of racing, good night of socialising in areas. I really enjoyed it. It was great again. Seen some great racing. Some of the elites were fucking flying around there. There we sadly got tripped, and do see it when rolled on our banking. I was mad. He told us what happened. Then when I seen it, I was like, "Oh yeah, you did actually roll down banking."
I know. Dewey looked like he was there to fuck shit up as well. He's looking.
He did as well. I was thinking this is his weather as well. He's used to this.
I think he's I reckon he's got a stylist as well now because he had a nice beard on the go as well. He had sports shoes, upped him up with some banging shorts as well. I love Dewey. What a guy! I text you, didn't I? It's what business has Dewey got? Wanting to know if I enjoyed running around the track in Tornapandy. But absolute top bloke.
Exactly, what a guy!
Still
sadly for him. Yeah, sadly for him, didn't go as he wanted. Obviously, like you said, shit happens. But yeah, great watching the guys fly around, and the elite women was a great race.
Yeah,
lower grade racing. We had a couple of people we knew. Well, loads of people we knew racing, absolutely flying around PBs. Flying off the board. Yeah, loved it again. Good few hours.
That's what it's for, isn't it? That's for PBing, but coming last as well. You've got to put yourself.
Yeah.
And you've done it before, and hopefully I'll get around to it at some point because I'm last in park run and stuff anyway. But if you want to get faster, you've got to chase the pack, haven't you?
You have. You've got to go out there. What's the point in going to these races where you know you can comfortably come top half, top third, top 10, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Get to these and then test yourself. Get pulled along. Get faster. See what it's like. And nobody cares who's last. Like you said,
only
nobody cares. Only you. Yeah, it's you and that's your personal thing. And then I get it. And I get why people do shy out of these sort of events. And we spoke about it last week with the track, innit? And people worried about it. But just get down there. Get involved. The open graded race, wasn't it? Chris was there from my club, and no offence to Chris, he ran really well, 21, but he's towards the back, of the pack, and he don't care. He's just, like he said, he's there about the time, getting in these events, isn't it?
It's mad because my brother came down with this as well, didn't he? And
he
loves it as well. He's just watching these people flying around, But like we said, a good example was obviously Lizzie. When we got Lizzie on originally, I was still dipping my toes into the running world and stuff like that. My brother loves Lizzie, loves watching her content, just wants her to win. But 18 months ago, he was the fastest woman she knew. She was the fastest woman he knew, probably.
Yeah, I got you.
And now she's she's pumped is the wrong word, but she's coming last. But she's flying as well. Like they're PBing at the back
again.
too.
Yeah, exactly. She ran sub 18 the first time for a while. But yeah, like you say, she's towards the back end of that. But like so many good, because the depth is so good. Like you've got an Olympian winning it. Like, come on.
Honest to God.
Not every day you can say that, is it?
No, the girls' race, it was...
Yeah, stacked.
Alex Bell. Who comes second? Ollie Dixon.
Bobby Tank. Yeah.
Lucy.
Yeah. Lucy was fourth. It was mental depth.
But they don't fuck about, like.
That's what I mean. You look at the Welsh team, man. You had Arlo, fucking down there. Like, looked, way off the front, didn't it? But it's just crazy because that's how strong it is. Same with the men's, wasn't it? Look at Butler now, the Welsh boys, him and Ends, they ran really well. Like, not close, not far off PBs, but
you've got like Jack Rowe and Scott Beattie down there as well. Like, people know who these people are, like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just brilliant, isn't it? Seeing them, and then the boys even further back, Matt Varan and that towards the back of that race, and Hobbs and Swansea had a good attendance, in fairness. They had loads of boys there across the races.
Oh, the Croops are racing this year, mind. They come in strong whenever they go, like.
Yeah, they're everywhere, and they fair play, big club as well, so they got numbers everywhere, and boys ran well and the girls. So no, but again, the weather didn't put us off. Great night of racing.
Yeah, Welsh racing is bubbling at the moment, isn't it? There's something in the water.
Yeah, that event seems to have grown well in the last few years.
Yeah. It was not better. What the weather did help with, obviously, is Boot Park was a bit quieter as well, because there was sidestepping last year, wasn't there? We were in the heat of summer. And so the weather probably helped with having the course a little bit clearer, apart from getting pegged. But apart from that, there was no people in the way. Like, remember last year and there was a guy riding a quad down a path.
Yeah, path. Yeah. So pros and cons.
Pros and cons
for people everywhere on the course.
But yeah, kudos! I can't believe I just said kudos out loud to everyone that rocked up and had to go over there, because I can see why it's daunting. But like we speak to Arwell on a regular basis, and he's been probably low-key shit in a bed for the couple of weeks he's had beer, because he had Tonopandi, Anis, but he smoked his PB this weekend.
He did. Flew round, low 17. He'll be on that 16 soon, I'm telling you, sub 17, keeps going.
But if you haven't got the balls to jump into that, you're not taking that much off your PB in the front of a race.
No, exactly, that's the thing. You're going to get pulled along to quicker times. All right, you might have an off night and not run a PB, like I'm sure a few people did down there, because it weren't a greatest weather. But what an event, like, and I love it. It's 3 laps, run fast. I'll be back in it next year.
Yeah, me too. I will be if I carry on and flying.
You will, yeah. You do. Yeah, back to you. Yeah, you've. How's Cooper going?
Oh well, I missed 2 Cooper sessions last week, right? But again,
you've been busy.
I have been flat out, and something had to give, and I couldn't dip out to do a session and go down to Home Nations on the same day as well. So I missed 2 sessions, but I jumped back in yesterday, probably with the wrong session. It was 5-minute warm-up, 9:30s, 9:40s, I think. 30 minutes at 8, high 8, 8:40, 8:50 maybe, and then another 5-minute cool down. And I really wanted to do that because Craig Jones said he's going to sponsor me £42.20 once I've run for 42 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Get down. But I just couldn't.
Mid-pod.
I know, yeah. I just couldn't, like, and so that was a big one to jump back in. I hadn't run since Wednesday, so that was a big one to jump back in. But I'd done 30 minutes, and there was a 28:07 5K in the middle of it, which I was more happy with it because I wasn't racing anyone. It was just me out there on my own.
Yeah,
so it's just pace. So yeah, Cooper's going all right. I'm still enjoying it. I've figured out how to shuffle everything around now without having to message anyone and ask. It's really, like, the user friendly is brilliant. and you can shuffle, move them around because it gets pre-programmed. But then obviously I've got a race tomorrow night, so I needed to move my 30-minute run forward.
So, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, so I'm happy at the moment. Went to a secret club session last week as well. Really enjoyed that. So trying to get some more of them in. Yeah. So I'm enjoying at the moment. It's just weather's changing now too, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the tough bit. Well, you've still got a month of light than me before and after work, but yeah, it starts getting tough. But at least now you've got accountability and you're starting like a sort, I wouldn't say a plan, but yeah, some sort of structure then.
Yeah,
which is what you need just leading up before you go balls deep in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Both racing this week. I've got race 3 down in Aberafan. Bloody hell. The cat wants to be on the podcast.
Who doesn't? Everyone does.
He's all right. But yeah, the Crofty episode. Yeah, he's gone now. Amy's taken him. I'm racing in Aberafan, Run for All, race 3. Run for All, I said it right, didn't I? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I can carry the pace from this week through to it as well. And
what's the weather looking like tomorrow? It's a bit blustery tomorrow and then rainy.
Oh, I haven't checked.
That's I believe because I've only know because I'm out on site tomorrow and yeah,
I haven't had time to even check.
I don't know in mind. I'm going for the day. I know in the day it's not nice.
But so that's like last time out. I made a rod for my own back last time out. I ran a time that I probably shouldn't be running. And then tomorrow night it is 16 mile per hour winds in that direction.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty good for down there.
And a bit of rain by the looks of it. So we'll see what we do. But that's just the icing on the cake, you know, because I'm happy with where I am at the moment. Yeah.
Exactly. And you've done the whole series now, so nice.
Yeah, definitely. But you, when was the last time you PB'd an half marathon? You've PB'd everything else this year or last year, haven't you? A lot of PBs recently.
An half was probably 3-4 years ago.
How are you feeling?
Bit nervous because I think I've put pressure on myself the way I've run through the summer with 5 and 10Ks, and I think I've set myself an achievable goal, but it's going to be tough. But yeah, tonight's little test, race shoes, race pace went well, felt good, felt comfortable. Yeah. But obviously it's fucking early in the week, innit? But yeah, just easy for me now. Few strides Friday, few easy runs between.
Yeah.
What's progression.
What's the weather like?
Bit drizzly. Winds about the same as what you said for tomorrow, but it's early yet and it can change by Sunday. But I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, I haven't raced an half for a long time. And I haven't go to PB for a long time, so I think I'm in the shape to PB. It's like country-ish lanes. I don't believe they're closed roads.
Oh,
so it's like an out and back. So it's a bit like Mega, I think. You go on like back roads like that.
Yeah.
So like but it's one big loop. You come out from a rugby club, out in some big country lane, you do one big loop and back. There's a little lump in the middle, nothing mad, pretty flat. I think I looked at last year's, it was one in about 71, 72 minutes. I think there was about 10 or 15 sub 80, so should be towards the front end-ish, and hopefully there's people around the pace I am.
No anyone else doing it?
No, not that I know. I might get there and know people, but no, I haven't seen any start list online, no.
Happy days. What else has been going on? I've plugged one more race in now. So this is how I'm going to work. I'm going to, a week Saturday or Sunday, whichever day it is, I've got Swansea 10K.
Sunday, innit? Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice and flat and out and back. So we'll have a go over there, put a block together, put the work in for the next 2 weeks now, and then there's like I think there's like a 50-minute run in my plan anyway, so I'll move around like 7 hours, just under an hour will be nice. That'll be great. And then obviously we've got Richard Burton in November, so I'll work from Swansea 10K to that. And then January is the end of this kind of. So the Cooper block at the moment, I think I said it last week, all I'm working on at the moment is getting down to a 25-minute 5K. Then that ends in January, and then they put me on to that 13-week marathon block, I guess.
I was going to say, go on to a marathon block.
So yeah, Swansea,
Sweet.
Richard Burton, London. Let's fucking go.
Love it. Love
What
it.
else?
Nice little
What
build
else?
that is too, innit?
Yeah. We were annoyed again this week when every week Run for Wales do something to piss me off. But the video they released for CDF 10K, well, it was in the bloody Pilates gym, wasn't it?
But it was, that was fucking, real weird that it's in a gym, more high roxy sort of feel to it. When I high roxy, Pilates, I don't know, dancey feel to it. A little bit of running because they were on treadmills, but it's a road 10K race in the capital.
And not
Surely
only
there's
that,
a better way to fucking advertise it.
there's some of the there's like, why in they? No, do you know what would have been great content for them building this up to the Cardiff half and dipping in and out of this? It's just they've obviously got the equipment, they've obviously got a marketing team. Why aren't they following Arlo around in her build? Why aren't they following Butler? Why aren't they getting in touch with these people from run clubs that we all know that have podiumed so many Welsh athletics and Run for Wales events and making them the poster boys for it, just because they haven't got 40 and 50 and 60,000 followers. And again, I'm not having a go at these people that are doing it because they're being offered the opportunity, and of course they're going to take it. And we spoke to one of the boys about it as well, and we feel like maybe Run for Wales are scared to lose scared for people to know that there's other opportunities to run other places as well, maybe. They're worried about getting it in the pocket when people realise, I don't have to do Cardiff Half. I don't have to do Porthcawl 10K. I don't have to do Barry 10K. There's loads of other opportunities out there. But they're missing out on the people that make a sport in Wales.
Yeah, the running clubs and their members. I'm not saying these people are not with running clubs because most of them probably are.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's not their fault.
It was a weird vibe to it, like when I don't know. It's
But that's Run for Wales, isn't it? I'm never doing another one of their events anyway. Sorry, Porthcawl 10K. I'll come out and give bananas at the end.
Yeah, no, my gripe.
Yeah, I'll just run a vigilante and just join in by the fair. But the fair won't be there. But yeah, so Run for Wales, I don't know. Keep messing up, I guess. Keep doing what you want to do. But your Welsh boys and your girls will go.
Yeah.
And major marathon weekend as well, isn't it?
It was Sydney Marathon first of all. I want to say big up to everyone that ran that. Well done. Loads of people probably got their 7th major. Dave Cascarina from Porthcawl runs for Neath now. Ran his 7th one. He's in his 60s and he ran a 3:05. Unbelievable. I know. I hope I'm still running like that when I'm that age. Dave, well done to you getting your 7th major. He's the only person I actually know, that's got the 6. Well, no, 7. Now, obviously, I know of people and
we're aware of people that
and the likes. But he's the only actual person I know
that have
got them all.
Paid for every trip as well,
paid for everyone himself, qualified for everyone.
Fair play, absolutely. But
so no, I hope I'm running 3:05 when I'm 60.
That'll be when you get to do Tokyo. But that's what we wanted to mention as well, because I can't imagine how frustrating it is for you watching. And again, we're not having to go with the people that are taking these opportunities. I mean, we love Tommy runs, we love Alex, we love Aubrey, but they're going to take these opportunities and stuff like that. But why are they letting people do 5 stars and not tagging them in to help them get a 6th?
That's my gripe with I've been on this now for 3-4 years. There's probably thousands of others in the same boat.
Yeah, it's not just you.
It must just be so frustrating when you see people getting gifted and given places when we can't get in for loving the money. And I did try a charity because I didn't this year because I told you I've had a guts full now, so I'll get in when I get in. But it still gripes me that I've worked hard to get into most of these events with running fast times because I've had to, because some other people can't even do that. So I feel even more for them. But then they say they got limited spaces, but they clearly haven't, because some of these places are getting given away last minute and gifted late on for absolutely nothing, no reason.
Yeah.
So,
and again, like I said, we're not digging out individuals at all. A lot of people, you'll take them opportunities if they're given to you, obviously, but this wouldn't be as big if people weren't chasing the stars in the first place.
The stars, exactly. I said to you tonight, I don't think they need to have these people pushing and promoting this race because they're fucking huge and there's millions of people trying to get in anyway.
Yeah.
Let alone the ones of us that's on 4 and 5 stars that need the 1 or 2 to finish it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And in most like vlogs, race day vlogs or whatever, they're just a supporting act anyway. It's the person's vlog. It's about their personal brand and what they're trying to grow.
Yeah, what they're doing.
Sydney's just a backdrop. London's just a backdrop. Berlin's just a backdrop. Like, but hey, what are you gonna do in it? They're fucking massive corporations.
Yeah, you're right. What can we do? We spoke about it last week to me and that. There's not a lot really.
Yeah. That's pretty much what's been going on. The boys have been crying, haven't they? Leachy and Ben Keogh, because they finally realised that Alexander Isak was joining Liverpool all along, and now they don't really care. But they've been crying for months. So have that, boys.
Oh, they love that.
But this week, we've got quite a mental challenge going on this week. I still haven't managed to get my head around it all, so I'm looking forward to finding out a bit more about this. But
yeah, we're gonna, because Nicky Bennett was just asking me about it down the state training. He was asking the ins and out, and I was like, I don't know, but tune in Friday to find out, because we're gonna find out now.
So I'm gonna send the invite out. I'm obviously gonna have a quick pee break.
You are,
and then we're gonna get ready to rumble, right?
Yes.
Welcome back. We have been joined by Leigh, by 444 Iron Challenge, by the craziest man on this podcast right now. Leigh, what's happening? You okay?
Yeah, I'm all good. Thanks. All good. I'm enjoying taper at the moment. Yeah, cannot wait.
I was going to say, that must feel nice, isn't it? Tapering, having a bit of downtime before the kick-off.
Absolutely. I think any triathletes will relate to that. This is the time we look forward to, but then we're climbing the walls because we can't wait to start.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. We'll get on to the challenge. Keep listening because it's a wild one. But before we do that, like I said, we always go back in time, all the way back to school. We went to the same comprehensive school, we find out, Leigh, didn't we? So this will probably be a little bit more relatable. But school, sports, standard, rugby, cricket, any athletics, basketball was in Llanari as well, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. So going back a bit now, so I'm 44 now. So yeah, back in school, athletics primarily. So sprinting, the hurdles, I used to enjoy. So it was 100-meter hurdles for us rather than 110 for the pros and the top athletes. Little bit of swimming. It wasn't the best, to be honest. I used to focus on backstroke because I didn't have to worry about breathing too much. Just laying on your back.
I can't do
the hard bit.
What a stupid stroke, like.
Who come up with that?
Dad, it saved you in Bali a couple of times. You went on your back.
I wasn't swimming. I was just I was breathing. I was like, boy. But I think, when I was school, I think there was like a bigger focus on hurdles because you must have been either in Catherine Williams' year or around about, because I was in Reese's as well. And they were both hurdlers, weren't they?
Yes, they were. So Reese won Reese Williams.
Yeah, Reese. I used to race home to watch his races because I used to sit next to Reese in Reg class. He's involved with Welsh Athletics again now on a coaching apparently, but he's vanished off the face of the earth since he stopped running on social media and stuff. But yeah, so there was hurdling was a big focus now here just to keep him sharp.
Yeah, it was. You're right. I think he was very good at athletics, even at school. And I remember once they put us head to head on the hurdles, and me being a year or two older, I think. The coach
3 older.
Was it a year older?
3, I think. I'm 41, and Reese is 41.
Oh, there were then 3 years. God, I am old. They put us head to head, and I lost out on the dip on the line. Get it?
Oh, that's close.
It was 11-year-old.
So, I knew because I'd watched a few of the podcasts, going back to school, and I thought, well, I didn't do that much. Rugby, they wanted me to play rugby because I was quick as a sprinter. But I wanted to play in the seconds because it seemed to have more fun. But sports teacher wouldn't have anything.
Always.
Now. Yeah, he said, no, you either play for the first or not at all. I said, well, I won't bother then.
Yeah. I don't care.
No, exactly. Have some of that. So you were like heavily athletics from the start then, have you?
I was in school, but then I kind of lost it after that. I was during school as I was doing motocross, so I used to race for Wales against other European countries. So I won. I was world champion in '93, so I was only 13 then. So I'd done it from age of 6 to about the age of 13. But then after that, I wasn't involved in sports whatsoever. It was mainly the gym, and it was probably more for vanity more than anything. Being young and going out on the pop. So didn't really do any sports after that until I got to about the age of 36. And I used to see
shit. That's a hell of a gap.
It's a massive gap. So I had a lot of catching up to do. To be honest, Nick. I used to see people running and they were smiling. I think, what are they so happy about? And then I tried it. I thought, right, I get it now. I get it.
That's why.
You were still in decent nick then, Leo, was you? From like still going to the gym up until 36 for the vanity side of it, or did you let yourself go as well?
Let myself go as in, I was always fairly fit. I didn't put much weight on. I was always active and busy, but didn't really do any sports. So I probably did, for a couple of years I went to the gym till kind of my mid-20s, then just stopped, did nothing apart from working and life in general. And then at 36, I took up running and joined the Striders, the local running club. And then triathlon came about just watching a good friend of mine do an Ironman in 2017. And as with any sport, I've seen various people crossing the finish line, all abilities, shapes, sizes. And I thought, wow, do you know what? I think I can do this. I think I can do it. If I can sort my swimming out, the front crawl, and not backstroke it. I think I can give this a shot.
I'd love to see you rock up in Temby, just backstroke the entire route course, like.
Now that would be a different challenge again.
It's mad down there though, like you said, that so many people must start from that inspiration as going down to watch and seeing, because we always want to do it when we leave. I get over it pretty fast, I do, but I think Nicky has still got that kind of itch to scratch at some point. But it's a mad day for being inspired, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah, the Temby, the support in Temby is phenomenal. I've never known an event like it. I've done half Ironmans, various ones abroad. Only ever come to Temby for a full Ironman. I'm hooked. They've got me hook, line, and sinker. I know obviously we'll talk about the challenge, the why, and how it developed into what it is now. But I think it'd be hard to beat that atmosphere. It's phenomenal. It is phenomenal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, a lot of the tri boys that I've obviously train with, and a lot of them say like Temby just takes some beating. They've done a lot of other good events, but like Temby, I don't know what it is. Probably because we're local as well.
I think that's got a lot to do with it.
There's a lot more people they're doing it, a lot more people there, family support, and I suppose that's the extra buzz for us as well, isn't it? But it is sort of iconic, and the course, everything about it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, just that Welsh anthem when you're on the beach, the national anthem. That's when the heart starts to race, and start again. And then they play the heartbeat sound, and you think, oh, do you really have to? My heart rate's already doing 210.
I don't need that.
But so you've been in it a while, then, Lee. If you picked it back up 36, then not giving away your age, like, innit? But you've been back in the game a while, then, haven't you? Yeah.
So originally, I'm very detailed and methodical, and I plan things. So originally, I'd done in Neath Valley something called a try. So it was a swimming pool, 400 meters. At the end of every length, I think I was stopping for a breath, and the lifeguard saying, "Everything okay?" Yeah, just about. Get out, short bike, and then I think it probably wasn't even a 5K run. I thought, yes, I'm a triathlete. Well, am I really? Really swim in the sea?
Yeah,
yeah, and it built from there, really. Then I built up to a sprint, a half, and then eventually to Ironman 2019 was my first one. Yeah, I loved it. And I
Down
think
Tenby or somewhere else?
No, yeah, that was in Tenby. So obviously that's...
Tenby. So you've done Wales before?
Yeah, 3 times now. I've done Tenby, and it kind of...
Oh, shit, veteran.
Well, that's kind of where this challenge born from, really. 2019. So leading into that one, I was told by various people, asking a lot of people for tips. What can I expect? Well, naturally, it's physically demanding, no doubt about that. But they said, prepare to go to some real dark places where you start to question yourself. I thought, right, this is mentally challenging. Okay, I'm ready. I crossed the line, physically drained, as you can imagine, as when you go all out on a marathon, and you will go when you do yours at London. Crossed the line, and I thought, oh, it's over, that's it. Mentally, it didn't test me. Sounds a bit arrogant,
No?
I suppose, but yeah, it didn't push me, and I thought, right, what is my breaking point mentally? I need to find it. I need to know what that limit is. And that's where this born from, really. So it's been in my back pocket for quite a few years until I brought it out recently.
Yeah. I love her. Like, endurance is mad, isn't it? Because you want to suffer.
Yes.
You want to feel it all, like, don't you?
Absolutely.
But why didn't you just add another extra one on to find your breaking point? Why have you added another 3?
Very good
That's
point.
a good question.
Well, I think sometimes, Guy, you just got to rip up the rule book and go totally off-piste and try
you are.
different.
Exactly.
Which is kind of, where it born from, really. So myself, 2021 is when I came up with the idea. And I was on a local industrial estate doing some efforts on my own in the pitch black. And I thought, right, okay, I can be one of these people who turns up every year to Tenby. And I say to someone, I'm doing number 10. And they kind of roll their eyes and say, oh, okay, he's off again. It's expected. You're going to finish. You've done it so many times. Or I can do something completely different.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I got in touch with official world records. There's a reason why I didn't approach Guinness, which, I can come on to shortly. I approached official world records, and I said, has this been done before? And they came back and said, no. If you complete it, it'll be a brand new world record for others to try to attempt, if they're crazy enough, and try to beat the time. I said, right, okay. So I kept that quiet since 2021. And end of 24, after my 3rd Ironman, I thought, right, next year's the year. This is the one. I kept it under wraps for a while because my understanding was if I release it to the world now and tell them this is what I'm planning next year, there's people out there with far more time and money than me. They're going to nip in before me and take it.
Yeah.
And now that I know it doesn't work
I'm like that with ideas as well. You just protect them, don't you? Like when we were starting this podcast, like I was itching for ages and I was like, I can't say it out loud or someone else will start a running podcast and I won't be able to do it. Like you just protect it for so long and no one else is bothered, do they? Until you start like digging in, like.
No, absolutely. When you bring it out in the open, probably found yourselves guys of the podcast. No one else was thinking of it, but it's that the uncertainty, isn't it? I better keep this to myself.
Yeah, definitely.
Until the time is right. But the way it works with world records, when you come up with a new world record, you get one shot at it before anyone else can attempt it. So even if someone said, I'll do it in August, they'd be brushed to one side. Leigh was the first one who came up with it. He'll have one shot. After that, it's open to everyone else. So I give you guys some ideas now. What world records you can come up with?
Yeah, I'm going to start thinking.
That's going to be a new staple question for the end of the pod. What world record can me and Nicky try and create?
Yeah.
But Leigh, there's a lot from having an idea and executing it. And I can't imagine, lucky and methodical, like you said, because the logistics and everything and the organization that has to be involved in all of this alongside the training must have been a mad period of time for you across the board.
It's taken a good part of 6 months to get the logistics together. I think the very first question I needed answering before I could set the ball rolling was approaching Ironman Wales to say, well, look, normally you rack your bike on the Saturday and you register, but I'll be in England with my bikes. That's not possible. So I said, look, this is my plan. Please keep it to yourself. Can I rock up on Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. with my bike, my bags, everything, rack my bike, and off I go? They said, yeah, you can do that. I was like, oh, hallelujah. Right, so it's game on now. Then it was a logistics. So I thought, well, the jeopardy of a ferry being cancelled, because, we're traveling in a motorhome. We've got the ferries between Wales and Ireland and Scotland.
Yeah.
If the weather takes a turn for the worse and they cancel that ferry or delay it, you could knock up the water before it can start. It's the uncertainty, isn't it, of that part? So, yeah, we've got to hope and pray the weather's okay for that ferry. If the ferry goes ahead, then I'm very, very confident I'll get to that finish line. Mentally, I like to think I'm very tough. It's whether my body will hold up. That's the question. I've been training since October, so I like to think I've done the training I need to do. But it's not till we're up against it and we're in the thick of it we actually find out, exactly what's what. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's impossible to say, because you can't replicate 4 back-to-back Ironmen in training. You can do so much, but until then, like I suppose you start and you're on day 2 and 3. Hopefully, it's like I say, it's fingers crossed then the body holds up, because like I say, you've mentally prepared. It's just hoping the body holds out then, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. I think that's where the recce came from originally. The Iron Recce in Porthcawl is when I said to a few friends I was doing some multiple Ironman, a lot of them said, right, can I join you? Can I be part of it? And I thought, well, you can't really, because you don't understand the full challenge. So I thought, right, what can I do locally where people can get involved and I can practice my nutrition? So that's where the recce came from, which was 3 consecutive days of half iron distances. That went very well. I got up each day and I thought, I can go again, I can keep going. So I thought, right, this is working, the nutrition's working. I just got to double the distance and add a few hills in the fourth one.
And travel also. Right, this is the challenges for back-to-back Ironman distance triathlons, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in different countries, finishing in Tembe for the last dance with the dragon, right?
That's correct, but I can't call them Ironman because it's a protected brand. I got to say I'm doing 3 iron distances because they're not. There's no events in Ireland, Scotland, and England on these dates, but there's the one Ironman on Saturday. They're quite protective of their brand.
So the other 3,
they are.
Yeah, and that's the easy part because you're racing, but the other 3 are just you on your own. Right?
Yes.
Or wrong?
Absolutely right.
Fucking
hell, Sorry, I've got a crew coming with me, so I got 3 people coming along to do some to do the driving and help me with the fueling. So all I've got to do is the events, eat, sleep. That's all I got to do.
Oh, the easy bit.
I got the easy part. So I'm that detailed. I've even come up with a handbook that tells them step by step, have this breakfast ready for me at this time, and then kick me in the sea at 7 a.m. and off I go. Send me on my way, just wind me up and set me off.
Yeah, off we go. But I think you need that, don't you? You need that, you need to just know. I was talking about, Sunday when I ran with the boys and they ran, but they love to do a backyard ultra. I said, you need a real good team to do for things like that, these mad endurance events, because you just want to, like you say, wake up, right, go, not have to think about what food, preparing it, shoes, kit. You need your crew, that's why they're so vital on big things like this.
Absolutely, yeah. If they can take that thinking element away from you and reminder, look, you need to eat. You haven't consumed enough calories today. So the bike essentially becomes quite a few hours, a long time spent riding, but eating and drinking to consume those calories. And consume
ready for that run.
but I've struggled media-wise to get exposure. You probably, let me ask you guys this. Am I one of the individuals you've had on a podcast where you've struggled to do some research on? Because I don't post videos. I'm not really
We
one
don't do
for...
research, really. But no, we didn't know much about you coming on. And the thing is, Leigh, it's a certain type of person that likes making content as well. And not only that, it's not like you haven't wanted to, maybe. You haven't had time because you've been planning all this, training, working, you've got a family, you've got everything and stuff like that. And you've got to be so consistent with content or you might as well not make it at all. Like,
do you know what? I think that's what I've come to realise is trying to keep posts, even just on Instagram, active and constantly uploading.
Yeah.
A lot of time and effort. And
It is.
the last thing I want to do is think, oh, what shall I post today? I just want to sit down, have a tea and relax.
Yeah, relax.
If you're not constantly on it.
It is. That is the big thing. You've got to be like pumping out 2 or 3 reels a day, constantly reminding people, oh, look, filming yourself in training. And then that takes your training longer because you've got to set up the camera, run past it, or go back, edit it. It's like we talk about it loads. Like, that's a totally different... It's another time you haven't got, especially...
It's another job.
Challenge like this.
You can't just wing it.
Job. No,
and that's where I struggle with the media. So, you guys are the first media outlet, if you like, where I've done any kind of interview and discuss about this challenge.
Yeah.
I have reached out to like Wales Online, 0 response.
Yeah, I was going to say you probably didn't get a response.
Yeah, but you quite happily put some news out about a cat stuck up a tree or someone I'm collecting.
They
post it when you've done, Leigh. Once you've done it and it's there, you'll be all over it. But I'm surprised, like, Ironman haven't because if you think it's very similar but very different to what we had with PEDS, maybe, because PEDS was like a massive journey, but it's still a massive challenge. All right, you're in bed and Nick with him and you're doing 4 back-to-back and stuff like that. But again, he had that growth because he was posting reels every single day about it. Suddenly, Ironman probably had to sit up and listen to him.
Of course. Yeah.
But you still think they'd want to be involved, being like you're culminating it with their race in Tenby.
Yeah.
A world record, as you say, the first time ever it's been done. Look, it's a big thing for them, really, isn't it?
Oh, they'll find him on the day. Once they know...
maybe on the day.
Once they know you've started and you've got 3 in the bank, you'll have a 1 wheel next to you at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. They have been great. Originally, they mentioned they put in their brochure athlete booklet. Then they backtracked on that recently. I said, "Oh no, we can't do that," but they'll promote the story on the day when they do the announcements, like you guys done down at Portland, on the mic. They'll discuss it and say, "This is what's happening today." For me, it's just trying to get exposure for those charities. Like
you say, that's a big thing, isn't it?
I don't crave centre of attention, even to the point Official World Record said, you want an official at the finish line to present you with a certificate for an extra $2,000. I said, well, no, I don't want it. I said, because, I could be taking away someone's limelight. That could be their first Ironman coming down the carpet and they completely ignore them. They say, oh, well, little Leigh Wallis, 4 in 4 days.
Yeah.
I wouldn't live with myself if I take away the limelight from them. I should just send it in the post. I'll have it in the post.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
But you should, though, as well, Leigh, because it's a monumental achievement. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But it's like, it's Ross Edgley levels, isn't it? It's like close to something like that.
It is, yeah. It is pushing the limits, I suppose, of human endurance, even though many, many people out there have done things a lot tougher. And there are plans for something bigger. If this goes well. And you guys...
I'll work on the media for you for that one, right?
Brilliant. Let's tick this one off first.
Let's get this done first.
But S4C have come forward, because I'm a Welsh speaker, so in 2 weeks from today, I'm doing an interview with S4C. So that would be my first, kind of news outlet, if you like.
Yeah, proper outlet, yeah.
So, to the Welsh-speaking audience. So, again, it's just trying to get that, promotion out there. Yeah, and even though I'm not running 100 laps in my garden, even though Tom Moore done a cracking job, doing a lockdown, one thing I can promise is I won't spend the money on a hot tub in the garden. Scouts. I won't be.
Brilliant.
You've already got one, have you?
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's all going to charity, 100% to charity, and it's totally self-funded. And on that,
I was going to say, yeah, I think that's another thing with exposure is because it's all self-fundedly. You haven't I don't know if you have or you haven't or whatever, but you haven't reached out to sponsors and stuff, and then that's where more of it comes in. Is the sponsors kind of push it a bit more as well? Maybe I think because you've done it all off your own back, then it's hard to get exposure for them because you don't need anyone. And do you know what I mean? Like, you haven't needed any support to do all. You've done all this off your own back. You haven't let anyone in almost.
Yeah, I suppose I kind of kept it.
It's not a bad thing. I make it sound bad, but it's not a bad thing.
No, I think the only sponsors I've got, and all cracking sponsors, are more to help with kit and so on. And Zoe at A to Z Triathlon, be my coach. When 11 months ago today, I sat with her for a coffee in Rest Bay Cafe. I pitched the idea. Now, Zoe's coaching skills in big demand. So I pitched it, hoping she'd say, yes, I'll take you on as an athlete. And as soon as I said the two charities, she said, I'm in. I was like, oh, hallelujah. Right, I've got a coach. Because I've never had a coach before. I've always just done my own training.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's been phenomenal. And so with the other sponsors.
How have you found being coached? And Zoe does listen, so make sure you're nice. But how have you found like the being coach inside of it from being self-coached before that then? And how was Zoe found? We should have got Zoe on. How was Zoe found coaching someone to do 4 back-to-back? Because she hasn't coached anyone to do that before, I know.
No, I think it's been a massive learning curve for both. I sat with Zoe this afternoon to discuss, the taper and then, pre-event and everything and preparing correctly. So for Zoe, I think it's been a learning curve. I'm the guinea pig, I suppose. Let's see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
But
who knows, sorry to jump in, but who knows if this is not because these endurance sports are getting so much bigger. Who knows that this isn't kind of like the future of endurance sports as well? More and more people are going, fuck it, I'll just do back-to-backs now. One event, everyone does that. Let's do 2 days on a bounce. Who knows if this doesn't like shape a change in how endurance sports work as well?
I think we could come up with a format and then sell it to Run for Wales or, I'm
not giving them anything, Lee.
No, not them. Anyone but them.
Yeah, I think people... You spoke last week about, Ironman have captured an audience and they've got that back in, they've got the people there and they to promote it. It's nice to be challenged, whether it's a different event that pops up, different promoter. It gives people a different option. Do you want to go to the next level again? What does that look like?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
There's so many different challenges as well. Go on, carry on. There's a bit of a lag, that's why I keep talking over you, but carry on.
Oh, sorry, it's my blooming Wi-Fi. So I think self-funded, and probably so far up to about 5K I've spent, but I think it's worth it. And there's going to be those haters, as I know you spoke about this very briefly with Peds, and thankfully he hasn't had much of this, but I can foresee haters out there, because some people like to see people fail. So I get this out there now. They can kiss my bloody ass. I am not bothered what they think.
Yeah.
I'll do my thing. Keep your opinions to yourself.
Lee, there's people spending, Look, there's people spending $5,000 on a lot worse stuff in 11 months than back-to-back triathlons, isn't it? Do what you want to do, and we'll do what we want to do.
Absolutely.
And you like I say, you're doing it for charities as well. So
yeah. So what charities have you picked, Lee? Remind us.
Yeah, we got Maggie's Cancer Support Charity. Reason being, I think, unfortunately, we all know someone that's been touched by cancer, whether it be friends, family, neighbours, work colleagues.
Yeah.
And it was National Autistic Society, because my nephew's autistic, so it means a lot to me. And I think these charities don't tend to get the limelight and exposure that they deserve. I looked at Indra cancer and I thought, my money's going to be a drop in the ocean to them. You know, they don't need
you make a
my
massive difference to Maggie's.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you know, and that exposure and that funding, they can do a lot with that. So I thought, I'm going to get behind them, do what I can, and hopefully make, even if it's just a small difference, hopefully do some good.
And like I said, it just so happens every week we can bring up my fundraising as well, but I'm not taking the limelight from yours, but it has to be relatable as well, because when you're on leg 3 and it's getting tough, then you can draw on Maggie's, you can draw on your nephew as well to get you through those darker stages. Similar as I'm going to have to do when I hit the wall. I'm going to have to think about Carter's diabetes and stuff. Whereas if it's not a relatable charity, you think about it, and then you go, actually, I don't really give a shit about that, so I might as well just walk off.
You might do that, Carl. Leigh's not.
No, but that's what I'm saying, because it's relatable.
No, I know what you mean.
If I had to think about a different charity that I just picked for a space that I don't really care about, then that's not digging me through an half mile of darkness, is it?
No, that's a very good point. It's a very good point. Yeah, it's those dark times where you want to dig deep, and those things that spark, to kick back on again, to get through the next mile. Yeah, the next turning point, whatever it is.
Yeah, give you the reason why, isn't it, to keep pushing.
Suddenly you're 3 miles in again, and then it's like you're coasting again. Like,
yeah, definitely.
True.
Definitely. Official world record. So just touch briefly on that, I suppose. The reason I stayed away from Guinness, now Guinness are very good with media and exposure and social media, but they tend to go more for the the gimmicks, if you like, records.
These sort of records.
Yeah, they biggest collection of rubber ducks, longest time spent sitting in a tree. Whereas official world records are the only records.
I do that. You text me when you start, and I'll get in a tree, and I'm not getting out of that tree until you finish.
Till he's finished. You're going to have to pick a tree down 10 BM because you come in to watch.
Yeah. Oh, but no, so they want you to sit in baths of beans or whatever, don't they?
Yeah.
There's got a bit more credibility around this and a bit more rewarding.
Well, yeah, it's a proper challenge.
Yeah, official world records are they're recognised by the governing bodies, such as World Athletics. So when Usain Bolt beat a record, it was recognised by official records, but not Guinness just added it to the register.
Okay. That makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what's going to be a challenge as well, Lee? And I don't want, like I said, I hope I'm not triggering things you haven't thought about. But after you've done the recce, 3 halves back to back, you went home to a bedroom you're familiar with. You slept in a bed you were familiar with. Everything was an easy sleep, right? Because it's your environment. But you're going to be sleeping in a moving vehicle, right or wrong?
Absolutely correct.
Wow. But this is mad.
Yeah, it's like, these are the things that people won't even.
What if you can't get to sleep?
It's just 4 and 4 days, but no, you were actually having to move and travel in between each one. So obviously we know you're finishing in Tenby. Where's the start and what's the route? Like how?
Yeah.
Talk us through that.
Yeah, so we set off on the 17th of Wednesday. So we drive to North Wales, to the ferry on Anglesey, ferry across to Ireland. We then drive up to Belfast. Drive up to Belfast. Got to be in the wrong part of the country now.
I was going to say, don't turn up the wrong place.
Drive to Belfast. We'll probably get there about 7 p.m. on a Wednesday, and then 7 a.m. the next day we start.
Right, yeah.
The swim. And
how have you planned all this out? Like, you've done this. Have you found somewhere to swim? Or are you using previous courses, or I want to understand the extent of everything you've put into the planning of this, I guess, as well.
Absolutely. So what I tried to do was get in touch with local triathlon clubs and use their local knowledge.
Yeah, of course.
Ireland have been extremely good. So have Scotland. England, no help whatsoever, no response. So I thought, right, I'll do it myself. Don't bother. So
people.
Yeah, I got their local knowledge. So Ireland, first of all, I was going to swim in a lake, and they said no because of the green algae. We don't recommend it, so we'll point you towards a local swimming spot in the sea, where it's quite sheltered. Overnight ferry then to Scotland. So where we dock in Scotland is literally where I do the swim the next day, so there's not much driving involved. My biggest fear with that was, because I've not been on a ferry before, is I said to my friend, well, I'll be sleeping, and they'd be looking at the ticket to say, well, you've got 4 people. Are they going to ask me to get out of the bed and stand in a line to count us? Because I won't be happy if they wake me up.
No, we don't need that.
No. But I think we should be okay. It's not like going across the border and you're bringing in, 20 people from Algeria or anything.
Should be all right.
Yeah, we should be fine. And then the longest trek is from Scotland down to the Cotswolds, which is about a 7-hour drive.
Oh my God. Why have you picked that then? Because it's easier to get to Tenby the next day, is it?
Yeah.
Shorter to get to Tenby.
At some point we've got to make that big trek. We've got to cover a lot of distance to get us closer to Tenby. And plus Cotswolds is quite flat. So, yeah.
What are you worried about, Leigh?
What am I worried about? Zoe asked me that question today.
I should be a triathlon coach.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Nick?
No. To the point, no.
The only part that concerns me is the Tenby swim, because that's the only event out of all the disciplines that someone can affect my day.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Shane said, didn't he? You can't train to get punched in the face, like.
No.
Yeah, exactly right. I get through that swim. If I get through that swim, it's game on.
Would you think then you'd be like, I'm not yet there then, because obviously you still got a long day to go and things can go wrong on the bike, but would you think like it's more or less in the bag? Because this is one thing. Do you know when you're on the bike in an Ironman, what's the sort of help you can have? Because this is what fries me with like why I would do my head in doing one. If something went wrong on the bike and you can't finish because of that bike, I think I'd snap the thing in half. So what is the sort of help you can get?
You're not allowed any outside help at all.
You're not, do you?
There is a on-course mechanic, so if you get a puncture, it will help you with the puncture as long as you've got some spares and tools with you. Because you can't just carry anything. But there's no guarantee the mechanic will get to you. It's only if they happen to rock up and see you, phone number to ring them, like the AA. It'll just be by the chance that they've driven past. You can't hand anything to anyone on the course, and you can't receive anything. If you do that, you're disqualified straight away.
Right.
But another athlete can help you. So if they cycle past and give you a tube, that's fine.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, is that allowed? Is someone allowed to say you lost it or it's come off your bike or you haven't got it because it's your second puncture? You can still have some help off other athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, which is good. And I'd like to think we'd help each other out, but then when you're in it and it's your day. Yeah, exactly right. If you're in it and it's your day, do you really want to give that away and affect your, finish?
Possibly you, yourself later on. Yeah, it's an hard one, I suppose.
What about Tenby yourself, Leigh? Are you racing Tenby or is it the victory lap? I think the athlete in who comes out then, don't it?
Yeah, I want to give it all, but I don't think I'll have much to give. I think it must be survival, because at that point, I'm trying to avoid a lot of hills in the first 3 because I'm trying to conserve for Tenby, because that is classed as one of the top 5 tests in the world. To complete it on its own, is a challenge.
It's brutal.
Definitely. So, I think just getting to that red carpet is the goal. I don't care if it's 16 hours, 59 minutes, 17-hour cut. That'll do me.
Yeah, well, 100%. If you've done like say those 3 already, like, and you get there, it's going to be some achievement. And then, like say, it's a victory lap, and it's just probably soak it up as much as you can. Obviously, you're going to be very fatigued and tired, but hopefully that crowd and the support down there, like so, you know it. So yeah, that'll be one to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, really looking forward to it. I think, yeah, that time away from family, and then just seeing them on course then will spur you on. As you were saying, thinking charities and the reason you're doing it spurs you on. Seeing loved ones.
And the kids back in the house, yeah, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach there as well, is only there to give me a kick. And
yeah.
And also,
we'll drag you up, Heartbreaker. You'll be fine.
And I know
no outside help, God, no outside help.
Yeah.
vocal dragging.
Oh, okay, yeah. I am on. We're talking vocal shouting.
But what we have to talk about is you are going to be the best dressed man in Tembe, because Dan has hooked you up with some banging 4 separate suits for 4 separate days for 4 separate countries. How involved are you in the design? Bearing in mind you're talking to a man who's worked on designs with Dan. How involved does he let you be in the designing of the kits?
He took total control. I had 0 say. But I'm very happy with the results.
Yeah, he's very, very good at what he does. They are... Will you frame them then as well? And what do you do with 4 tri-suits that you're never going to wear again? Like, put them in the cupboard, or...
Do you know what?
Does anyone want to wear them again? Would people win them? I don't know, would they?
No, not with my
smelly tri-suits.
Smelly, salt stains on there.
Yeah.
I love a good salt stain, I do.
Shows you're working hard, doesn't it? You're trying. And
yeah, you're trying. Yeah, you're doing something.
Well, Lee, this must have cost like a fortune. Go on.
Sorry. What I was thinking is I'd like to take the Runs vest on a tour all 400 the UK as well. So have it as part of, one of the laps of the run, and get, photos in some of these iconic places in different parts of the country. Because I see some of your former guests and plenty of people on social media post.
Yeah, they do they do look class.
Yeah. So
have you got one?
Dan's got one for me.
Dan's got one.
What a man! What a man!
So I'll be taking that around the UK.
That would be great.
Photos.
And so is there anyone going with you that can do a bit of content as well? Because we'll share look, we've only got 2,500 followers at the same time, but we have got people that are interested in this kind of stuff, which is more important than someone else banging out to 50,000 people that don't give a shit as well. So we'll obviously push it as much as we can. And Leigh, I wouldn't be surprised if your fundraising goes through the roof once it's all finished as well, so they can see that it's been done, and they will get a bit more exposure from that South Wales SWX interview. I'm sure I will want to do something with you once it's finished as well. And so I wouldn't be surprised if your fundraising shoots up a little bit once it's done, because that's what people want to see, innit? They want the proof in the pudding as well.
Yeah, do you know what? I think you're spot on there. I've kind of tried to push as much as I can, but I'm not a social media expert. I'm about 30% on target. To hit the targets for each charity. But I think it's not until I'm actually doing it that people think, oh, he's not all talk, he's actually going to do it.
Yeah.
He is doing it.
Yeah. It is. I think people nowadays, they do, they want to see, he is really doing it. He is giving it a go. Let's get involved now. And, after day one, and if you have, I said, got someone at end, just post you, even if you're just laying on the bed in the van knackered, and day one done, please now donate. That's when it'll start, I think, ticking off and kicking up.
Yeah, fingers crossed. That's what I'm hoping.
And like I say, we'll do our best to push that as well.
No, it's brilliant. Well, Dan is coming along, so Dan, racked.
He did say.
Very good at social media, and I'll just give him my login details and say, right, off you go.
Yeah, crack on.
He'll have a drone with him and everything, won't he?
Oh, yeah, he'll have everything, he got all the gadgets. It's like that one, was that one in the Goonies, had all the gadgets?
Data.
Go
I'm starting to change his name in my phone now to Data. Dan Data.
Data, yeah.
That's it. Dan loves it. But he's really good at what he does. It's
He is.
yeah, it's great to have him on board. It was fantastic. When he said he wanted to be part of it. The tri-suit design and a couple of things he's putting together as well, which we're keeping under wraps for a bit. But he'll take that over for me, and hopefully, get the fundraising starting to roll slowly in the background, and that'll spur me on today.
Exactly, yeah. Hopefully that can do now.
Yeah, as it will with yourself when you're doing London, and you see the money starting to.
But that's like, look, like my day one friends, they haven't donated yet. And I honestly don't expect them to donate until the week before or whatever, because they want to make sure that I have done it. And you'll get people, thank God for the pod, obviously, because we have got that audience that have helped to build it up. And Dan's been very kind with his money. We got lucky over to Pandy Track Classic as well. But people want to see it done. And that's when they'll start donating.
Until that point, it's all talk from us, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
We gotta get it done.
Yeah.
So I
think
I'm
sure it's going to be fine.
Look at it. Ross Purchase is coming along as well.
Is he? Ross is there? Oh, good.
Yeah, he's coming along. So, good friend of mine, Ross, for many years, and he's going to map out the run routes for me, the 5K loop. He'd like to run loop. Yeah, it's got to be a loop. I think.
I think you have to with something like this because you need that support, don't you?
Yeah, that's true.
You have to with something like this.
It's the feeling as well. That's something I haven't hit on really.
And that.
I've got to come back to it.
I was going to get back to that too. So what are you fueling with, Leigh? Any particular brand or any secret tricks or anything?
Yeah, I got Precision Hydration. We worked with Chris there as a nutritionist, and he's been extremely helpful. Really knows his stuff.
Are they on board with supporting as well, then, or are they hooking you up with free stuff as well, then?
Yeah, I've had 1 or 2 free things.
Nice.
It all helps, though, especially with the self-funding as well, because that's a massive thing. If you'd got the sponsors on board, that's another $5,000 that could have, not $5,000 of it, but the money you're spending on food, that's similar to the deal I've got with Cooper as well. Then look, give me the free stuff and I'll put the money towards the fundraiser and stuff like that, innit? Every little helps, and more so when you're self-funding it completely as well, because it's out of the kindness of your heart.
Exactly right. And, we find, when we do, running events, marathons, you've got to buy this fuel for training and for the event. It can be bloody expensive.
Yeah.
It soon racks up.
Definitely. So I was going to say that. Your costs must be through the roof with your gels, your electrolytes, whatever else you take on the bike in these bloody carb mixes.
And the reloading. And the reloading after as well. Because you're not going back to the house to your fridge. You're having to take food for 4 days as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's that recovery after. So it's replenishing those carbs, and electrolytes and everything else, and hitting those numbers. Because otherwise I'm going to affect the following day. So, and it all costs, doesn't it? So, they've been very good in what they provided. Hoob as well have hooked me up with one of their wetsuits. Dean's very good. He's thankfully hooked me up with it. As long as I tag him in every location that I'm swimming, but surely I can sort that out, for a wetsuit.
Yeah.
So any sponsors I've had, going back to your question earlier, have all been just to help me through the event rather than to provide funding to do it. No one's providing fuel and stuff like that. I'm providing all of that. But this is
fair play.
The haters that come out to try and question, you've dipped into the charity money. Not a penny, pal. Not a penny.
Top man.
Over the charities.
Good. I think you're going to be fine, Leigh. From an hour's chat, I don't see, as long as everything, look, stars have got to align a little bit for you as well. With the ferries should be fine as well, and you'll get it done. And hopefully you've got a bit in the tank to really enjoy Temby as well. What I don't want is Temby to be a chore for you on the Sunday.
No, yeah, I think it's going to be tough physically. Mentally, I'll be with it. I know exactly what I need to do. Physically, again, it's just whether that body holds up. I was chatting to Zoe today. I can fuel correctly and hydrate, but there's many reasons why your muscles can cramp up. And if they cramp on a bike, yeah, you're in a world of pain.
Yeah. Day 4, coming up heartbreak cramps, and we won't go there.
No.
Think positive, guy. Let's think
I
positive.
am.
It's all going to go well.
The thing is, I mean, the good thing is on day 1, day 2, and day 3, you haven't got it. Is it a time limit from official world record? Obviously, we want to be out. We don't want to be out there too late if we can help it. But there's no cut-off times like you'll have on a Sunday on the first 3 days then.
Yes, there is. So when you create a new world record, you've got to set the rules for everyone else who attempts in the future.
Right.
So I've set
definitely
a 17-hour
setting.
Yeah, there's got to be a time limit. So 17-hour time limit, cut off. Got to finish within the calendar day. So it has to be finished by midnight. So I can start as early as late as I want, but I have to finish by midnight. And a max of 17 hours, which is more than doable. But then when you get to Tembe, you've got intermediate cut-offs. You've got to do the first lap of the bike within a certain time. They pull you out.
Are you evidencing that through your Garmin or your Chorus or wherever, then is that what they'll accept as evidence of it being done in that 17 hours on that day?
Yeah, there's got to be far more as well. So it's the GPS data, photographic evidence, video evidence, signed official statements by witnesses. So no one can come back and challenge it. They can't say, well, Nicky didn't run for me. I've done the bike, and then I done the swim.
Oh my God, you don't get Leigh. You didn't know when you were doing them laps in the dark, the efforts down the estate. You didn't quite know what you were learning stuff in for, did you?
No, it sounds like a good idea. When I said it to my missus, when I said it to my wife, she kind of rolled her eyes and went, okay then, as if to say, whatever.
As they do.
Here we are.
And here we are.
Yeah, here we are. In 4 years later, we're about to go.
I'm excited for you. It's going to be hard, but this is why you're doing it, innit? Because mentally you didn't find one Ironman challenging enough.
Yeah, I didn't find my limit, and I hope this does push a limit, because if it doesn't, I've got to go for something bigger, which is, oh God.
Yeah, think about it a minute. What, you'll have to do 7.
You'll be fine. I just hope it's nice within the limit, and you don't realise that, do you know what? Fucking 2 was my mental limit, and then the last 2 days are hell on earth for you.
No, you don't want to.
You'll be fine, Leigh. That's been an absolute pleasure. It's such an exciting, and people need to be doing mad stuff to raise money these days as well. Marathon is mad enough for me because I've done one before. Yeah, but look, no one's going to sponsor you, Leigh, to do an Ironman Wales, right? Because you've done it 3 times before, and you look like you can do an Ironman standing on your head. So you need, same as people sponsored Peds, or would have sponsored Peds, and Peds grew this massive following because he didn't look like he could finish it. And no matter the physical condition you're in or anything, the challenge you're taking on is tough, So there needs to be jeopardy, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly right. And there's plenty in there, isn't there? With the transport, the ferry, the home, the weather. I was very keen from the start that the swim element was never going to be in a pool because, well, anyone can swim up and down in a pool. There's people out there who have done far more consecutive. I think the current world record is 150 in a row. They've all been in exactly the same location, same run route, same bike, which is phenomenal. I could never do 150. I don't think.
Yet.
I thought, no, let's add some jeopardy in there. Let's get it, open water, open road, and let's really push the limits here of what's achievable for myself, and see what the future holds.
Yeah, fair play to you.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you on Heartbreak Hill. Smiling, hopefully, knowing you're going to finish, because then I want to know what's next as well. But we'll get onto that on a different episode in the future. Nick, did we miss anything out?
I don't think so. That was superbly. Anything you want to admit? Anything we've missed you'd want to throw in?
No, I don't think so. I think I've covered the charities, which is the key thing for me to get that exposure.
Yeah, we'll obviously push that again.
To get that out there. No, I think that's everything for me. And just
Do
appreciate
what we
you inviting me on. Opportunity's been brilliant.
No, these are the things we need to get on. Yeah, appreciate your time. Obviously you're busy, very busy. I know you didn't taper, but still, you probably got loads of planning still to do. So appreciate your time.
No,
yeah,
no
absolutely.
problem.
No, we would usually take a quick break now, but have you got favourites, Nick?
Yeah, I've got a few.
So let's just dive straight to them. We'll do favourites, couple of staple questions, and then you can go. And are you enjoying food now during the taper as well?
Yeah, I had a rocky road earlier. It was the first time in months. And I think I'm trying to see, while my training drops off and my food intake increases, can I put on a stone in 2 weeks?
I sponsor you for that. What we got, Nick?
Right, first up, favourite discipline of the three?
I can't believe I'm going to say this because I used to hate it with a passion, but the bike. I used to get bored on the bike.
I thought it was nailed on running, because you said you started as a runner and striders.
Yeah, running was my thing until I started with Zoe, and I had spent like 5-6 hours on a Friday on a bike. I thought, actually, I'm enjoying this and I'm not too bad at it. So maybe it's the bike now, not the running second.
Well, that's a strange one. I thought it was going to be running. Anyway, so you say you've done a lot of events, but what's your favourite distance?
It's got to be the full for me, because I think anything below a half, we spend so much money on events, anything below a half, I think, is not worth it for me. I'm paying a lot of money and not getting a lot from it.
Yeah.
It's over and done with too quick. I think the full for me, because that feels like a decent day out and I've got my money's worth.
That's a really good point you just brought up, and we've obviously mentioned the costs of races rising, and you think about it now, like London Marathon, it's only now, I think in the last few years, gone up to £70. When you think that's unbelievable value, I know it's a one-off event, but when you think then, like Cardiff Half is what's that up to now? 50, 60 quid?
55 is good, I think.
And I'm not just picking on Cardiff, there's loads of other events. So like,
I paid
38 quid.
37 I paid last week to enter Swansea 10k.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's mad, isn't it? So you think, bang for your buck. You're right, the full distance much better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, next one, favourite race?
Oh, yeah, it's got to be Ironman Wales. Yeah,
nice.
For me, as a triathlete, that's the one. That's the one I keep getting drawn back to. It got me hook, line, and sinker. Ironman Wales, definitely.
As you're obviously in the depth of taper now, and you say you're smashing the food, what's your favourite recovery food meal?
I don't know if it's the right one, but I love a curry.
I know, I banging, good shout. What curry though? What do you have? Don't be a korma guy now.
Oh no, korma shouldn't even be on the list.
It shouldn't. It's not a curry.
No, it's not. We go to a local Larage and we like something called a sizzling chicken awabi. So they basically just pour brandy and set it on fire, and all the sprinklers go off. But I love that. So, I didn't even know. I think it's a tandoori dish. I think I just order. I want the fire one. Give me that one.
Give you that. That sounds good. I haven't had it, but it sounds good. Last one, bucket list race.
The Double Brutal in North Wales.
Oh, what's that? I'm new to that.
So that's double the distance of Ironman straight off the bat. So it's 4.8.
Oh, I seen something about that the other day. Do you do it? But the swim is double. You don't do a marathon and jump back in for the swim. All the distances are double. That would be better.
Everything's double,
Straight back round to a swim again. Start all over again.
Yeah, it's exactly that. So it's 4.8 mile swim in a lake, which is freezing cold because it runs off the mountain. Then 224 miles on the bike, straight off.
Oh,
and then an ultra to finish. The ultra finishes at the top of Snowdon.
I have heard of it. I think, what's it called? Matthew Pritchard, have he done it, or his brother have done it?
I
I've
was
seen him
speaking to
on
someone about this last week. Like, you're going to be in no shape coming out of the water after 4.8 miles. Like, if you put your shoes on, your feet are going to fall apart.
That sounds mad.
I know.
I bet I can see that's right up your street.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Not up my street, let me tell you. Fuck you now. Right. Leigh, you need to add a song to our playlist. What song are you going to pick?
There's a band called Disturbed, The Sound of Silence. So I thought I'll add a bit of heavy metal rock to.
I was going to say it sounds awful, but we'll have a look. And what we're going to do, usually we would ask someone to play you in a movie of their life, but who's going to play Leigh Wallis in a movie about this challenge? Are you a film guy?
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. No Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
God, there's a crossover now.
That was yeah. From Sister Act to what's his most famous one? I don't know.
I think I just found his mental peak. Leigh, all the best. Absolute pleasure to have you on. Like I said, we wish you the best of luck. I don't think you'll need it, but you probably do need a sprinkling luck along the way. You've got a good team going out there with you. You've got a good support crew waiting for you back in Wales. So let's get this one down and then move on to something crazier, is it?
Absolutely, and I'll give you exclusive on the next one then, and look forward to that one.
Yeah,
definitely. Right, Nick, do you want to wrap it up?
Leigh, thanks very much, mate. All the best. We'll see you in Tenby, hopefully on that victory lap. That's it for another week with the runs, and we'll see you on a start line somewhere soon.